You can't imagine how good it feels to have someone listening without running away. I have several minutes to tell you my story, and it is more than I have ever had. Why? I stink, literally. I am Jason, and I am the person you wouldn't want to meet in real life. Okay, Jason, you stink. So what is the problem, you would say? Go and take the shower. Ha! What if I tell you I shower up to 15 times a day and still horribly stink? Sounds impossible. But point is that I have been like this through all my life. When I was still a toddler, I remember my mom showering me and then asking affectionately, "Oh, who is my little stinky boy?" It is cute and all and may sound like a loving phrase meaning nothing, but it did mean that I have that unpleasant body smell that everyone around feels. I may seem a bit incoherent, but this is because I want to convey to you my pain and frustration. Before I went to school, Mom kept me home and I didn't need to socialize a lot. I wasn't even bothered when I was trying to play with other children and they escaped from me with a disgusted look on their faces. I didn't even think that the reason was me. My mom was very good at smoothing all those moments, distracting me or making some lighthearted comments. At the same time, she was constantly taking me to the doctors and I didn't bother why. I felt okay, so I thought those were regular checks. Point is, I never got any diagnosis. My poor mom has been smelling me for years, and all she got was, "This must be some individual peculiarity. Just wash him regularly and it will pass." They thought it could have been hormones, or maybe fungus, or bacteria, but nothing at all. I am absolutely healthy, except that I smell of dead fish. Well, stuff happens, right? It became unbearable when I went to school. My mom taught me to wash myself and use deodorants every time I have a free minute, and that's what I did. But unfortunately, it was far from enough. I came to school all smiley and friendly, thinking that at once I will make friends. I didn't understand the reaction of other kids. I seemed to have an exclusion zone around me where no one would set a foot. And when I tried to approach people, all I got was their ew, their disgusted face and escape. I can't explain to you how frustrating this may be. Imagine yourself in such a situation. Wouldn't it be painful? Imagine that you don't understand the reason of such a behavior. I can't feel that odor. I don't even understand how horrible it is. For you to understand, it's my sweat that stinks, and breath as well. It stinks of various disgusting things, mainly rotten fish, but there may be variations. As far as I am sitting still, it doesn't seem that awful. But imagine me after PE class in common locker room taking off my shoes. After, one guy just vomited when he felt the smell. I felt so embarrassed that when I came home, I didn't want to go to school anymore. Mom understood me, but we just couldn't afford homeschooling. I went into deep depression. You know, when I came to school, my classmates made disgusted faces. I got nervous and stunk even more. I was absolutely excluded from any social life and didn't have any hope to get out of that vicious circle. Some teachers tried to make talks with me on personal hygiene. I swore I was washing myself 100 times a day, but without any success. I said it was a condition, but who would believe me? They asked, "And how's the disease called?" What should I have answered? I've never been diagnosed with anything. And all I felt all day long was shame and embarrassment for other people who had to tolerate that awful odor, and I actually understood them. It's good to say that you need to be kind and all that stuff, but it doesn't work when you have an urge to vomit all the time. After all, several months ago in one of the internet communities, I have found someone who told a story similar to mine. This is how I found out about a disease called T-Mal. It's hard to pronounce the full name, but you can read it in the screen. It is also known as fish odor syndrome, and it makes a person stink without any reason. I found out there are more people with the same problem as mine. All I needed was to make a very specific blood test, and voila! I now know what exactly I am suffering from. Bad news is, it can't be cured. You can just modify your diet, and in some cases, it helps a bit, which I have already done with no results so far. Good news is, there are other people like me, so I don't feel as much outcast as I used to. I guess I need to learn how to live with this from older people. There is even a support group in my city. I'm still considering because it's so embarrassing. However, after all, realization is coming to me that as far as this disease is incurable, which means this problem can't be solved, I just need to change my attitude towards it. I am working on it. Life goes on. Thank you for listening to me. It's nice to have this possibility to speak out, so subscribe to this channel for more stories. Share this video with your friends to raise the awareness about such a rare disease as mine.